What's going on, everybody? My name's Criddle, and I wanted to share with you my go-to build for the Ride the Lightning mission in Fortnite. Due to the L shape of the objective and having to build it 3 stories high, it is the most awkward defense mission in the game. Because of this, I often see some extremely complex builds which are absolutely unnecessary. So I'm going to show you a rather simple build that has worked for me for every power level of this game, all the way up to the 4-player 100 power missions. The first thing you want to do is build vertical walls around the objective. These can be made out of brick or metal, and I'll go into that in more detail later on in the video. Once you get around to the front of the van, you'll notice that you can actually build an L shape, or you can build a standard square shape, and the choice is completely up to you which way you want to go. If you choose to go with the L shape, you're going to want to build a slanted roof tile between the 2 vertical walls by editing a single corner of the tile. Alternatively, you can build another 2 vertical walls, making a perfect 2x2 square. Some people prefer this build, some people don't. So again, it's completely up to you which way you want to go with it. Once you have the basic structure built, you're going to want to go around the entire base and put 45-degree walls of the opposite material that you used before. I said to use either brick or metal for the main structure. You're going to use the other one now for the slanted walls. The reason for this is because Ride the Lightning missions have 2 waves, and you won't know the element that's going to be coming in either of the 2 waves before they start. If you want to know more about how elements work in the game, please refer to the description below, where I will link my video explaining elements. So that covers the first floor of the Ride the Lightning build. The only other thing that I would say that you should probably do before working on the rest of it is going over here and popping in a window in the front of the van. This is so you have easy access to pop in blue glow later on. For whenever you're ready to start the mission. At this point, we're ready to start working on the second and third story of the build. Going forward, it doesn't matter what material you use, as the only husks that are able to damage it are lobbers. You start off by placing a floor tile above the table and then building a second story above the van. After building a rectangular shape for the second story, I built a set of stairs leading up to the third story and finally the roof. Once on the roof, I recommend upgrading to tier 2, if not tier 3, just to protect from lobbers. You can also use this area if you wanted to place defender pads for some snipers, or you could also place some pyramids if you wanted a little extra defense. Now that you're done with the roof, the basic build is complete and it's time to do some upgrades. You don't need to fully upgrade the second and third story walls, but I do recommend upgrading them a little bit for structural support. I do, however, recommend upgrading the entire bottom floor to tier 3, as that's where most of the damage is going to be coming in from. Now, once the base is fully built and upgraded, it's time to start setting up for traps. The first thing you want to do is place floor tiles underneath all of the slanted walls. This is so you can place floor launchers on these floor tiles to knock them up into the slanted walls and away from your base. I recommend doing this for any base build, as it's the best defense you can have because it keeps the husk away from your base. Now that the floor launchers are down, we can start working on damage traps and their placement. I recommend placing 2 ceiling tiles coming out from the base. The reason for this is if the slanted wall is destroyed, it would not destroy the ceiling tile with your traps on it. This also gives you an extra ceiling tile above the slanted wall where you can place a ceiling zapper, which will damage monsters through the slanted wall. That is as of the current patch, but that could change in future updates. Finally, you can add in additional floor and wall tiles if you feel like they're necessary if you want to have a couple of additional traps. At this point, you want to continue around your base, placing 2 ceiling tiles above the slanted walls. If you chose to go with the L shape like I did, you're going to want to place 4 ceiling tiles coming out from the base to place ceiling traps for any husk that may venture in. Now, as for the type of ceiling trap, I would recommend a gas trap, as it's the most powerful trap in the game. However, you could use the electrical ceiling field, as it does grab a larger area below them. For the ceilings attached to the slanted walls, again, I recommend the gas trap, and then below them, I recommend wooden floor spikes, as they snare the monster so that you get more time on the gas trap as they have to walk back into the base. In addition, the floor launcher will knock them back into the wooden floor spikes, giving them time to reset. You can continue this same trap setup all the way around the base by placing some floor tiles and wall tiles, but it's completely up to you if you think that it's going to be justified by the difficulty of the mission. Last thing I would like to add is if you're playing a constructor, place your base directly above the table where you place the floor tile next to the second floor walls. This is a central location of the build, allowing your base ability to affect the entire structure. Well, that's it for my very simple yet effective build for Ride the Lightning. And as always, if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for future Save the World and other gaming content. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to add them below or come on by my Twitch channel where I stream every single day and I'm happy to help you out. Take care, and I'll see you next time.